Libra, welcome to your love reading. If you're new, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. Either way, thank you so very much for being here, and thank you for sharing your energy with me. I really do appreciate it. Be sure and like, follow, subscribe so that I can grow my collective, and all of the interactions really do help push my channel out there. So I really appreciate you guys doing all that and all the interactions. It really helps, and it not only helps me, but it gets the message out to more people. So you're also helping other people, and I really appreciate that from you guys. I'm just going to do a general love reading today. I've asked Spirit to give me whatever message the collective needs to hear. I brought out a bunch of Oracle today. I was really called to quite a few decks. I'm going to pull from, this is the Twin Flame Ascension deck. You don't have to be on the Twin Flame journey. I just like these cards. So I'm going to pull a couple of these and see where the energy is, just like in the dynamic of you and your relationship. And then I have others that I'll pull throughout as well. I'm going to pull your energy, your person's energy, and then the energy of the relationship as it stands right now. So, this can, tarot's not set in stone. It can be changed, or it can be, things can turn out differently. It's just, this is where you're at right now with this relationship. And then we'll look at what you don't see coming and kind of open it up so that you can see, what you need to work on and how things are going to come together if they come together. So, and let's go ahead and get into your tarot message. So I did pull Mission Accomplished, Welcome Home, and then False Twin Flame, Intense Change. So some of you could be on the Twin Flame journey if you resonate with that. You don't have to be, again, like I said. So we have Two of Cups, Four of Wands, and the Eight of Swords. That is your energy. And your person's energy, we have the Six of Pentacles, King of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. Overall energy of the relationship is the High Priestess, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. Underneath, we have the Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands is about obstacles, overcoming obstacles, pushing through. It can be about challenges that have arise. So I feel like you very well could be on the Twin Flame journey if you resonate with that, because they are very challenging and there are lots of obstacles before union can happen. So, but we'll definitely get into it. In your energy, we have the Two of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, and then we have the Eight of Swords. You are definitely, sorry, I can't get these cards off the table. You're definitely in your head about this union. You feel like this is your soulmate. You want union, you want stability, you want all of the things, marriage, but you're very in your head, and you may be sitting in a very limiting belief that this is not going to happen and things are not going to come together the way you want to. You're definitely really in your head about this situation. And your person's energy, we have the Six of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Seven of Swords. So I don't see negative cards here. A lot of times this can show like a sneakiness, lying, manipulation type of energy. And if that is your person, then that's not the energy you want to be around. And again, on the Twin Flame journey, they are very challenging. So that could have been the energy that your person is in. But I feel like they're in a very giving, trying to find balance. So Six of Pentacles is about balance. He has the scales here. And it's about maybe balancing their finances. So they could be very focused on their finances. You could be dealing with a King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It doesn't have to be. You can have Scorpio in your chart as well. But I feel like, again, they're trying to balance their life right now. They're balancing their money with the Six of Pentacles. The King of Cups is all about emotional balance. It is about compassion and empathy. And then we have the Seven of Swords. So I am going to pull a clarifier on this. Like, is this being strategic or are they being sneaky? They could just be strategic about how they're balancing themselves, or they could be imbalanced. But I'll definitely pull a clarifier on that one and see. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please, Spirits. And their person's energy, please, Spirit. Four of Pentacles with stability, control, holding back. So they could be just being very strategic and holding back from moving forward right now. because they're trying to balance their money and they're trying to balance their stability. So they may be strategic in how they're going about things right now. And maybe they're, starting a new job. Maybe they're trying to get out of another connection. Or maybe that's the connection that you're in your head about because your person is in union with someone else. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But in the future, I do see we have the high priestess here, which is about like that inner knowing, that higher knowledge. This is about trusting your intuition. And then we have the new beginning here. We have the Fool. Trust your intuition on a new beginning. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And this is your energy. This is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. She is very honest and truthful. She's very good with communication, but she also has her sword up. So she has very good boundaries. And I feel like you need to trust your intuition when it comes to a new beginning. And you need to stand in your power and keep your boundaries here. So let's pull what you don't see coming. What do they not see coming here, Spirit? Yeah, so we have the 9 of Wands, which is about like perseverance, pushing through. This is kind of like you're at the end of, this really tough cycle here. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is about stability, wealth, and it's about building a legacy. And then we have the 9 of Pentacles, which is like standing in your independence. It's about financial independence. It's also about self-confidence. So, when you stand in your own independent energy and you find that self-confidence. So I feel like this is kind of you pushing through and building this 10 of Pentacles. And you could be doing this independently because this is like the independent card. It is like my single card. When someone's single and independent and they're just focused on building their stability here. Let's see. What do they need to focus on? What does Libra need to focus on here, Spirit? Oh, I usually only take 3, but that's okay. We'll do this. Yeah. So you need to focus on your own happiness here. Focus on what makes you happy. Go after what it is that you want. And then you have like a cycle closing out. And you need to follow your heart. So you've got the 2 knights here. And this is about, you going after what you want, being ambitious, following your heart. You're ending some kind of cycle. You have like a completion here. And that could be ending this cycle about obstacles. Maybe you're overcoming another obstacle. You do have the 9 of Wands as well. But I feel like Spirit's just telling you to focus on what makes you happy and your ambitions and close out some cycles and follow your heart here. I feel like you need to really focus on yourself is what Spirit's telling you. Focus on your own happiness to bring in more joy. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and read these twin flame cards. So we do have 1111. And then the 2-2. Okay. And then you had the false twin flame. So you could be dealing with a false twin flame. Again, if you're not on the twin flame journey and it doesn't resonate, then just leave that part out. So we have 1111. Just like the majestic swan, you have the ability to captivate with supreme radiance. Wear your crown of glory with dignity. Your life portrays a beautiful image of ease and grace as your actions exemplify wonder and motion. You stand tall with pride and go forward in life with a steadfast inner peace and purity. You embody the harmonic balance of masculine and feminine energies, creating oneness with your divine source. You are in perfect alignment, which generates personal empowerment, allowing you to experience supreme joy and spiritual alignment, living moment to moment. Take time to explore the beauty of your journey. This card implies that you have become the oracle because you have aligned with your higher wisdom, which has been directing you this entire ascension journey. You have become one with yourself and the world. Stay the course and focus on progress, not perfection. You have earned the ability to make meaningful money and have affirming relationships. Consider this card a huge congratulations because you have found heaven on earth. May you continue to experience inner peace and happiness. Welcome home. So you are very balanced and very aligned. You're just in your head about this connection. But again, with this 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, and then focusing on your own happiness and ambitions and taking action on ending cycles and going after what your heart desires. I just feel like this is spirit telling you to focus on yourself right now. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be in union with this person. But I feel like if there is a new beginning with you two, which could come about in the future because we do have the Fool card, I feel like you just need to trust your intuition with that and keep your boundaries, especially if there's history with this person, which we're going to pull more Oracle. But if you have history with this person, I feel like you just need to keep your boundaries. So we had the false twin flame. The lessons you learn from a false twin flame experience can closely mimic a karmic relationship. So if you don't resonate with the twin flame, maybe you were just in a karmic relationship. This could be a karmic relationship. A false twin flame connection is much deeper and will generally come into your life quickly and blindside you like a freight train because the purpose is to create intense change in your life. The purpose of those relationships is to produce an accelerated awakening process. Most often, a twin flame appears after your true twin flame has come into your physical reality. Generally, this type of encounter occurs with the twin flame is so-called runner. These connections are very deep and involve an intense physical romantic connection, which is necessary to clear any remainder of ego related to chemical love patterns. This card implies that you have attracted someone in your life who represents the deepest, darkest sides of yourself that you have not been willing to acknowledge until now. They have shown up to help you release feelings of despair and not feeling good enough so that you can take back your power and align with true love within. Yeah, I feel like you're just aligning with yourself. So I feel like maybe this could be a new person that's coming in, this King of Cups, this balanced energy. That could just be them. Maybe they are, there was some sneakiness and lies with money. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. But if this is a new person coming in, then in the future, just trust your intuition more on new beginnings and keep those boundaries. When you get a new beginning with someone or with your twin flame. So let's see. I just feel like Spirit really wants you to focus on yourself. I mean, you're building some kind of legacy in your work and whatever you're doing. And the more you focus on yourself, the more, it calls in other relationships. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So maybe you're calling in a soulmate because the twin flame didn't work out. Again, it's going to resonate differently for each of you. If you do have somebody come in the future, again, just trust your intuition on it and keep those boundaries. Infatuation, as fast as it starts, will be as quick as it ends, unless true effort is placed within it to deepen your bond. Yeah. Love at last. The person of your dreams is closer than you think. So maybe this other person was a false twin flame or some kind of karmic relationship and it kind of fizzled out quickly. But, when you go through those lessons and you end those cycles, like you had this World card, maybe you're ending a cycle and how you show up with your heart here. But once you do that, it's going to call in this lasting love relationship. So let's see. I'm actually going to clarify if this is the new person here or if that's your previous. So we have heartbroken, deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Maybe that's why you're in your head. Maybe you guys are in separation. Let's see. So is this energy the current or past spirit? It's current. Okay, so this is this past person. So you may have a new person coming in here, or this is just telling you in the future to trust your intuition with new beginnings and keep your boundaries because of this past person. This is somebody that's still in your energy, but I don't feel like this is coming back together. I asked for an ace or major arcana for a yes answer, and the answer is that this is not a new person. So I feel like this person that you were dealing with, that you're in your head about, that you want this union with, is they're too focused on balancing out their emotions and their money. And I feel like they're too focused on it. They may be just too focused on material possessions. Yeah, I feel like there's a new beginning coming in with someone else, but right now you just need to focus on yourself and your finances, your independence here. Kind of focus on your happiness and build yourself up before you worry about any kind of relationship. So I definitely feel like you're going to be single for a certain amount of time, just so that you can heal and focus on yourself and get this person out of your energy. So I hope that this helps, and I will see you next time. Bye.